the foul. They keep running this little dribble handoff play.
Foul is called on Granbury. I should say, yeah, Granbury picking up his 5th. So he fouls out for the 2nd time this year.
And Coach Shias beside himself on the foul. Okay, no need to foul. Make the guy make the tough 2, and you're still up 5 with the ball.
Granbury fouls out with 4 points, 1 rebound.
But some good inside play. That big wide body, he had to pinch hit and fake it as an inside big player with Nance going out with the injury.
Jack Bentz, number 13, makes his first appearance of the night. The 12th overall game of the year for the Cowboys. First one is good for Huddleston.
Well, see, what I would have done right now, the players coming in, the subs coming in, I would have waited till the ball was handed to the shooter and then subbed, because then Wyoming can't get the ball in quickly. The horn gives you what's equivalent to a timeout.
So Blake Williams, number 13, check in for Fresno State for the first time tonight. And the foul committed by Harris is 4th.
You know, you hear coaches talk about finishing games. What's it to take to finish a game off at the end? Number 1, make clutch free throws. That's what the Cowboys have to do right now. Be strong with the ball, okay? Don't commit foolish fouls like the one they just did. And understand score and clock situations, and part of that's the possession arrow. Right now, the possession arrow favors the Cowboys. That means if somebody's going to tie you up, let him tie you up, because you get to keep the ball. Those are all parts of understanding what I call the kicking game in basketball. That's special situations that lend itself to winning games.
One shot.
Williams to the bench. Career night for Sobey.
You know, as well as Nance played in the first half, the star of the game has been Nathan Sobey.
And he has picked it up. Nance left at the 14:51 mark of this 2nd half. Shot off from Watson. Rebound. Adams, long pass. This is Bentz, who's fouled by Giddings with 28 seconds to go. Well, up 7. And going to the line. And now Giddings fouls out. 3rd time he's fouled out this year.
So Bentz goes to the line with basically a chance to close it out, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
That's Mariano Rivera at the free throw line right now. He's the closer, the Mariano Rivera of Laramie.
Except Jack Bentz is from Ohio, and he's not from Panama. It's the first free throw he's missed this year. Of course, he'd only attempted 2 all season prior to that.
See, there's still time left in this thing. Down 7, you fly it up.
Huddleston trying to create. He's at 3. Harris, good. 16 seconds, a little over that to go, and it's a 4-point game. 16 for Harris. And you were just saying, Dave, it is not over.
It's not over till it's over. Did you watch the Oklahoma State-Baylor game last night?
Yes.
Everybody thought Baylor had that one in regulation. It's never over till it's over. And that's why when fans see coaches going kind of crazy on the sideline late in the game, they go, oh, coach, you've got this one won. Not necessarily. You know what my wife refers to this clock is? She calls it basketball time. It's not real time. It goes a lot slower.
Well, they're underway in San Diego now. The other games in progress include San Jose State with an 8-point edge, and Nevada and Boise State with a win over Colorado State, 84-72.
That would be a case, in Nevada's case, of stubbing its toe severely
yes.
if they were to lose at home to the Spartans.
San Jose State has not won a conference game yet this season.
They only scored 9 points in the second half the other night against the Cowboys. Now,
16.7 left. What's going on in each huddle?
Well, in the one huddle, in the Cowboy huddle, they're talking about running the baseline, get a better angle, space the floor. Remember, if you get tied up, double up on the ball because we're going to keep it. Nothing risky. And you got a timeout to use if you need to get inbounds. For the Bulldogs, try to deny the inbounds pass. If you can't do it and it's caught, you have to foul immediately. You can't play around. Foul immediately.
So Rodney Terry motioning to the officials, hey, Wyoming needs to be out there. Let's go. Sobey throws it in to Adams, who's a 73% foul shooter, and tonight 2 of 2 from the line. A second win off the clock. Upcoming will be the Cowboys' 41st free throw attempt of the game. It's a season high for them in attempts. Previous high was 40, and that was in the first game of the season for them against Tennessee Martin.
They are 15-1 when they commit fewer fouls than the opponent. They're on line to do that. Now, what you'll probably see is a little bit of what I call a coward's press, a little extension up the floor by the Cowboys, forcing the Bulldogs to put the ball on the floor more quickly. See, here comes Grabo, forcing the dribble to get started.
Time running down on the Fresno State winning streak, but Harris scores in the lane. Back to a 4-point game with just under 9 seconds left. Harris has 18. Well, this was a 25-23 game at the half. Wyoming by 2. And we said at the half, the first half tempo was dictated by Wyoming. Fresno State's done a better job of dictating their tempo here in the second half, it seems, Dave, but they may come up a little bit short.
Mostly because of Sobey and free throw shooting by the Cowboys.
Career night for Sobey, 26 points.
Yeah, there's our hero. I talked to him before the game today about Mick Dellavedova, the great St. Mary's player.
Yeah, Matthew Dellavedova now with Cleveland.
Matthew, excuse me, who now plays for Cleveland. And he was very proud of what Dellavedova has done, but I think Dellavedova would be proud of Sobey tonight.
And a foul before the inbounds. I believe it's going to put Grabo at the line. So it's a good bad thing. No time went off the clock. But the bad thing for Fresno State is it's Grabo going to the line, the top free throw shooter in the conference and one of the best in the nation.
You know what I liked about that coming out of the timeout of ATO after timeouts? Coming out of that timeout, Coach Shyatt ran a different inbounds play against full court man-to-man pressure to get the ball in bounds. That's an example of a well-coached team.
7 points now for Grabo, who came in averaging a dozen. Well, even with the win, the Wyoming fans, and be a lot of concern for Larry Nance. Hopefully he's able to come back quickly.
Well, you'd like to see a lot of Wyoming fans drive down 287 to Fort Collins for Saturday's ball game to be there to support the Cowboys.
3 is short, and that's going to do it. Wyoming will win at 72-66 and in Fresno State's 5-game winning streak. So Fresno State drops to 13-14 overall, 6-8 in conference, and Wyoming improves to 17-9 overall and 8-5 in conference.
And we've got a Wyoming team that has played well all year long, has a chance to finish in the first division.
And don't forget, we'll have more Mountain West hoops coming your way on Root Sports this Saturday as the Cowboys travel to Fort Collins and take on Colorado State. The action gets underway at 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific. Once again, our final score here, Wyoming 72 and Fresno State 66. For Dave Bullwinkle and our entire Root Sports crew, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks so much for sharing this one with us. This has been a presentation of Root Sports. Till next time, good night from Laramie, Wyoming.
Ford Truck Month is here with a stampede of savings. The best time to find out what makes Ford F-Series America's #1 selling truck. Tough, capable, smart. You demand that from your truck. And about every 42 seconds, someone else does too. During Ford Truck Month, get up to $5,000 cash back on a built Ford Tough Super Duty. That's $5,000 cash back, only at your local Ford store.
Accidents happen, but don't give up on your car. Bring it to Mako. Our locally owned and operated centers offer a nationwide warranty and can get you back on the road and onto your next adventure. So come to the body shop that's easy, affordable, and reliable. Mako, America's Body Shop.
The day we rescued Riley was a truly amazing day. Without Angie's List, I don't know if we could have found all the services we needed for our Riley.
For over 18 years, we've helped people take care of the things that matter most. Join today at angieslist.com.
It's time to get involved. It's time to do the right thing. It's time to care.
Let's walk.
It's time to take action. It's time to end DWI.
Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
If you want a German-engineered compact sedan that's fun, fuel-efficient, and affordable, there's only the Volkswagen Jetta. Like this one, 36 Highway MPG. Well, except the 42 Highway MPG Jetta TDI Clean Diesel. Oh, right, and the 48 Highway MPG Jetta Hybrid. And if you want all that variety in another compact sedan, there's... nothing.
Hurry in and lease the 2014 Jetta S for $149 a month. Visit VWDealer.com.
Due to the length of the previous program, we now join the following program, already in progress.
Does he just get bucked off axis? It looks like he meant to go off axis right there, no question. The legs are up. It's a switch rodeo. Looks like almost 720, because if he was going 9 right here, I feel like his flip would have been a little slower and his spin a touch faster. It's the combination of the two. And look at, there's where he, I think, might have wanted to land. I could be wrong, and swinging it around to 900 the last second. He flipped too fast for his spin is basically what went down there.
Unable to slow down his rotation of 23. Russ Henshaw much better than that. He'll get a second chance. Well, here we go. We are down to our final 3 competitors in the first run, the big dogs. This is Tom Wallace, originally from the Berg in Pittsburgh, now residing in Salt Lake City.
Oh, a nice slide, tapping that perpendicular rail in a 270. And Tom Wallace, just watch these landings, Todd. He's one of those guys extremely emulated within the ski world these days. Here's a switch, right side 900, very clean right there for Wallace. And our next 3 athletes that we're going to see, including Tom Wallace, are guys that haven't had to ski until finals. Alleviating some pressure, huge double cork 1080 up there, getting inverted, dumping the Misty 450 off the rail, the first one we've seen so far today, down into the second to last jump. Wallace, switch right side 1080, adding a 180 to what we saw up top, now ripping in hot. Will we see the double? Big old holding it down a little bit. We did not see the double right there. A little bit less speed than was desirable, and I think he might have known that and slowed it down to a switch 900. Quick thinking for Wallace.
But for Tom Wallace, I tell you what, there are some landings, there's some pilots out there that can take a lesson from the landings that Tom Wallace just put down.
It's very true. I think it's a good point. Have a look at this. That right ski just tapping that perpendicular rail as he winds around the 270. Very clean, different than the other athletes additionally. Here's the switch right side spinning clockwise, which is not his natural direction that he learned to spin the switch 900. Now look at this. Here's what happened on his second jump, dropping the shoulder at 720 right there. That's 2 spins completed. And here comes the third as he drops into yet another flip, hands out in front. Wallace sees his landing, putting the landing gear down right there, landing a little bit twisted up, almost uncharacteristic for Wallace. And onto this middle section now. This is definitely going to set him apart, dropping a nice big Misty style, almost like a front flip 180 or kind of a rolled over 540. And look at that. Very nice. But, of course, that was not exactly the speed level that he wanted, and we talked about that before, Todd.
Well, the event's called Slope Style, and Tom Wallace had plenty of style on that run. So the 23-year-old from Salt Lake City, Utah, in his first run, what did he get, and where will he be going into his second run? Remember, the number to beat is an 82, put up by Alexei Gabo.
And it's Wallace going out in front. Wallace will take an 87.75 into first place for his second run.
Come on, Bobby.
This is 19-year-old Bobby Brown from right here in Breckenridge, Colorado.
3, 2,
Here's a guy who draws a lot of inspiration from our friend and colleague Johnny Mosley and what he threw down at the 02 Salt Lake Olympics.
And Bobby Brown came in as a relative amateur and won this event 2 years ago in similar conditions. He's one of our taller athletes, which translates into him being able to maintain good speed. Look at that. Nice big switch right side 720, grabbing high mute for Brown. Here's the switch, double flip, Japan 900. So far, so good for Brown. And he is going to be hitting the rainbow rail. Nice 450 on, 270 out. So far, so good. And in a big way, what are we going to see down here?
Bobby.
Brown, nice big corked right side 720, slowing things down a little bit. And now into the final jump. Here's the double cork 1080 for Brown, and no question on that landing, Todd.
So it's Bobby Brown on his first run looking to unseat Tom Wallish in his 87.75. Remember, 2 runs, we only keep the best. And a lot of love from the locals here for their Bobby Brown.